Okay, welcome to the Stadium of Light today for our second press conference for Invincible. Delighted to get here eventually after having a little bit of a tour. We thought we might as well start with a tour and show people the box and show people around. Got the team sheet in front of me as well, so I can go through that later on, but it's pretty much fait accompli, I think, in terms of what some of those results are going to be. So basically we're here today to profile and promote the area title contest between Dan Cope and Tom Whitfield. I think another genuine 50-50 contest, really looking forward to it. And really this press conference today is just about these two guys, how they got here and where we are really. So I'm going to open some questions up. You know, for me, really excited to get the opportunity to put that on. I think it's been a long time coming. You know, it should have been at St James's Park. It's changed. We then changed from Morpeth to Ashington, so appreciate everybody sticking with us and hanging on. And really the lads have had an extra few weeks to prepare, extra few weeks to train, which for me makes it even more exciting. And I think from a promotional perspective, it's nice that I can sit on the fence and watch two lads, you know, compete. There's you know, I can't pick them, I can't split them, and they're not my fighters, so it's quite nice to be able to be in a situation where we can observe that as well. But I think it's going to be a real genuine 50-50 contest, and something that we're looking forward to. So I'm going to hand. We'll go down the table from the right hand side first. Mal, I don't know if you want to just say a little bit in terms of how Tom's training's going, how's preparations been for yourself?
Yeah, I think every trainer says the same thing, everything's gone perfect, but yeah, I've had no hiccups, it's been training really well, it's been sparring, it's done pads, everything's, you know, fine. I'm just looking forward to fighting now, and be a good fight with Dan.
And I'll go to Neil. Obviously, as we're talking about trainers, there's been a bit of a change recently. Dan's come over and part of your team now. Neil, how's the transition gone? How's things?
Yeah, all right. We're happy with the work we've done. Looking forward to revenge.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, Tom. So how's training gone? How's things for yourself?
Training's gone really well. Couldn't have gone any better. You know, can't wait to fight now.
Yeah.
Been a long time coming, but can't wait to get in now.
And have you done anything different this time round in terms of preparation wise?
No, not really. Obviously, just listen to Mal all the time, you know, keep learning. Obviously, the only difference is it's a longer fight this time than the last one.
Dan?
Training's been perfect. We've been all over Spain, took us up and down the country, you know, and everything's gone right, and I just can't take my looks on tonight, to be honest. I think it's only going to come winner.
And where have you been? So what's different this time? Obviously you've changed camps.
Yeah, changed trainer, well, changed like coaches and doing Neil. He's one of the best, you know what I mean? Everywhere we go and everywhere sparring, pads work, just learning everything new, everything. So I'm completely different fighter now from what I used to be. And you'll see that.
I'm going to throw it open to anyone who might have any questions. Phil, anyone who wants to ask some questions for the lads on the table?
Yeah, but I think this fight has been a rematch that's been in the offer for quite a while. The first fight was such a close, engaging contest from the first bell to the last one. That was over 6 rounds, so over 10 rounds. It's going to be maybe a bit more of a battle of willpower towards the end and who's going to get over the line. But I suppose the question would have to go to Dan first of all. With you obviously coming out on the wrong side last time, what are you planning differently to make sure you get a different result this time?
Yeah, see on Saturday, but like you say, the first fight was about 19 months ago or something, I would imagine, and Tom's only boxed once since, so it's a long time to be out the ring, you know. Yeah. I boxed 3 times and I've won every single one since. He only boxed the once, so he's been out for a while, injured, so I think it's all in my favour, to be honest.
And obviously coming across to Tom, as Dan mentioned, you've been out for a while, obviously some of it forced absence with your jaw, which is thankfully now healed.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing to make sure that you stay on the right side this time? Because obviously over 10 rounds, it's different to the 6th round, and it's, I suppose the preparation is different with that as well.
Yeah, I've done all the work in the gym. I know what I've got to do, so do it on Saturday night, you know.
And both confident you're going to come through with the win?
Yeah, 100% I'll win.
I wouldn't expect any less.
We saw a bit of a niggly press conference last week for anyone who was there. You two obviously fought before, very close fight that it was, like Phil rightly says. How much respect is there between you two, mate?
Yeah, I respect Dan, you know, so
Yeah, I respect him, but it's business. I mean business on Saturday night. I will be with him.
A question to both of you really. Obviously the last one was such a close fight. Do you think it'll be a close one again, or are you confident that you can be more dominant, both of you?
I think I'll be more dominant this time.
Yeah, I think I'll win these this time.
Do you feel like, Mr. Coulthard, it'll be different because your dad's not on your corner now?
No, not really. Me and Neil just worked with each other together straight away, so more than confident.
I think sure that's got to be a factor, you and your dad all your life, I mean, changing camps and that.
No, I'm 100% confident with where everything's gone perfect. That's it better.
Is it going to be a knockout, or is it just going to go the full distance?
So knows. That's
Keep going on about the last fight. I don't think it counts as anything. That's not. It's Saturday night. That counts really.
Yeah, that 10 rounds is going to be different than the 6 rounds. It's a long haul to be fair.
What I'm trying to say is we're not just think because we won the last time, but it's a totally different ball game. It's a different fight, and obviously full respect to Dan and his camp. You know, they've preferred to take us, so best man wins. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Obviously, some late additions to the show as well. So as we put the show back, we're delighted to have Tommy Ward on the bill. You know, really excited to have him and look to try and work with his team to see what can happen next for him. So hopefully he'll be coming out on a 6-rounder, Neil.
Yeah.
So Tommy will get some work there before boxing again, probably in December as well. So delighted to have him. We would have had more lads up here, but I just can't fit anybody else up on the top table. So and obviously the same guys that were at the last press conference. Obviously we've got Lewis, we've got Darren. We've got a fantastic bill. We've got 10 bouts on the night. Really looking forward to it. We've pretty much got all the opponents nailed down now, I think. So bar any last minute changes, which there inevitably will be. The show's looking fantastic. You know, two genuine title fights. You know, very different. You know, Dan and Tom very different to the other fight that we're promoting in terms of Dan Wall and Steve Cooper. You know, different levels and different abilities, but equally excited to promote and have both of them on. And then having the likes of Lewis on, having the likes of Tommy on, just adds some experience to the bill, and you know, fight fans are going to get a fantastic value for the money. Some great prospects in Darren who's coming through, Jay Hughes who's coming through, TK Jonah Valu who's our heavyweight. We're just trying to get clearance on an opponent for him, and hopefully we'll have an announcement on his opponent hopefully today. So yeah, the bill's looking really strong. I'd just like to thank everybody who's been involved. Peep magazine, Made Television, obviously all the managers and promoters that we've worked with in terms of sticking with us to help keep this bill together for Ashington, because it was a bit of a nightmare a few weeks putting it back. So just like to thank everybody involved really. If there's no other questions, then we'll sort of throw it open for individual interviews with each of the boxers that are here and people that are here. But just like to thank everybody for coming.
For interest, Lewis, do you see yourself promoting at Ashington again?
Yeah, because everyone seems to want to box in Ashington for some reason. So
for me.
do you know what?
So I can't load of people from Article.
You've done it though, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done it plenty.
The question wasn't actually loaded. It is a long way for us down here, even more from for those on Hartlepool. But I think it's a bloody good venue, and personally, I'd like to see you promote there again.
I think you know, there's a number of things, isn't there? I mean, we went up to originally do it in Morpeth because Danny Wall wanted to profile and do a bit of a homecoming. He had a disaster in terms of a debut up there, which I think is well documented. So, you know, Danny's early in his career in developing himself, and he wants to, you know, he wanted to do a bit of a homecoming. So we did it in Morpeth, and then because of the licensing issues, we ended up going to Ashington. So, and actually as a venue, it's far better than Morpeth. So, you know, it depends on what happens, because if we haven't got a reason to go back up there, if you haven't got a fighter up there, it seems a bit pointless. But we've got a couple of lads who might be turning over from Bedlington as well, so you know, we could do. This was supposed to be a small bill. It was supposed to be 4 or 5 fights, and everyone just keeps ringing me and asking can they be on the bill and get, you know, we've had quite a few additions. So as a venue, yes, I'd like to. Geography wise, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare for me to get up there and everybody else to get up there. But yeah, I think we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens up there.
Ask him a Sunday.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What was that, Neil?
Ask him a Sunday.
When I'm retired and giving up. Okay, no, I'm sure it's going to be a great night. You know, as I said, 10 bouts. You know, everyone's fit, everyone's ready to go. 2 title fights. I think, you know, a fantastic venue. It's I'm really looking forward to this bill. I think it's our best bill yet, and as I think Phil mentioned previously, it doesn't really have many of our boxes on it, so it's nice to do something a bit different as well. So really pleased that we've managed to pull it together. Okay, so fighters will be here for individual interviews, managers will be as well. Thank you very much everybody for coming.